fall, you have the ℚ𝕝𝕒𝕤. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chenoa if you are new here, and today I'm going to give you some fall book recommendations. Divine Rivals, you have Rival Journalists, A Magical Typewriter, and Gods. I think it's so beautifully written. Another book that is so beautifully written is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. You follow Adeline, who wants to do all these things and she realizes that she doesn't have enough time for everything that she wants to do. She ends up making a deal with the devil, ends up realizing that nobody remembers her until one day some random guy in a bookstore finally remembers her. We follow her throughout many years. Assistant to the Villain by ℙ𝕝𝕒𝕓. It just has the perfect, fun, magical vibes for fall. And of course, if you love The Office and Once Upon a Time, this is just a book you just have to add. The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. June and the women in her family are all cursed. She ends up going on this journey that can alter the past and the future to break this generational curse. Vampire books, vampires and fall they go together. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Hunger Games with vampires. Our female main character who ends up going to these trials. All the other people from like the vampire courts are attending. Ends up teaming up with a vampire. The first book is a little bit of a splash of romance. I would not say it's the main theme of the book. I had to add Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is my first Ali Hazelwood book, and I was completely obsessed. Not only do you have vampires, you also have werewolves. Our female main character is a vampire, and then our male main character is a werewolf. ℏ is dreamworthy. They end up getting a marriage of convenience who have some kind of alliance between two different species. I just had to add this book. Fall, you have the ℏ𝕝𝕒𝕏. Of course, Twilight. It's the vibe. Whether you read it, whether you watch it, it's just at this point become a fall tradition for me. I have Breaking Dawn in my hand because I'm waiting for the hardcover version of Twilight. That way I can put my dust jacket on that one. To go with the paranormal romance genre, we have Fallen by Lauren Kate. In this book, you have fallen angels. Our female main character and one of our male main characters, they always find each other in each lifetime. Their love story is so good. Now we kind of have romance. The first one I'm going to talk about is a football romance because I think football is just a fall sport. I could be wrong. I'm not a huge sports person. Fighting Fate by Charlie Cotner. This is a friends to lovers football romance. My main character plays football. He ends up seeing one of his childhood best friends, which also ends up being his best friend's sister, at the college that he goes to. Their dynamic is so cute. Small town romances, because I just associate small town romance with fall. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is perfect, especially because Wild Eyes just came out. This is going to be a series of small town romances with the single dad trope. In this book specifically, you have the single dad with a twist, and I think you all need to just meet Ford Grant. More Than Promises by Lauren Beeson. This is a small town billionaire marriage of convenience. Everything about this book is just so cozy. Dungeons and Drama by Christy Boyce. I recently finished this and I knew I needed to add it to this list. Fall and board games just kind of go together. This is a YA rom-com where she tries to bring back her high school's spring musical, but she ends up getting grounded. Her punishment is that she needs to work at her dad's game shop. Eventually, she ends up joining a Dungeons and Dragons game for the guy that she is fake dating. It was just such a fun read. For thriller books, I have Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is my first Riley Sager book and I absolutely enjoyed this so much. Many years ago, Maggie ends up moving into this house with her family. They only stayed there for 20 days before just fleeing the house. Her dad ends up writing this book about it. He called it The House of Horrors. She ends up inheriting the house after her father passed away. She's just wanting to figure out exactly what happened. And so you have present day and then it switches between what her dad wrote in his book. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This I literally finished in one night because I just needed to find out what the ending was. Alex has a podcast and she ends up going to this restaurant to celebrate her birthday, in which she runs into Josie, who also happens to be her birthday twin. A few days later, they bump into each other again. Josie has kind of started listening to Alex's podcast and comes up with this idea for them to have her on the podcast. The more that she interviews her, the more that she realizes that Josie is hiding something. Every chapter is a different date, kind of explaining slowly over time what exactly happened, and then throughout the book you get sprinkles of the Netflix original series called Hi, I'm Your Birthday Twin, based off of the book. I only have 2 horror books here. ℓ𝕗 by Meg Smitherman. This is a sci-fi horror romance. Romance is kind of like on the side. I want you to imagine waking up in space to find that your entire crew is dead and your only companion is an alien who has tailored himself to your preferences. I thought it was gonna go one way. It completely went the other way. I did not see the ending coming whatsoever. It's not scary, it's more eerie. Tender is the Flesh by Justina Bazterrica. In a world where a deadly disease wipes out all the animals, humans are bred and farmed for consumption. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. There's a specific point in this book where they go into the lab that I literally had to take a break. It is just told in such a nonchalant way that it just is mind-blowing to me. Now we're gonna get into something a lot more cutesy, and they are graphic novels. Witchy. The strength of your magic is based off of how long your hair is, but your hair also can't be too long or else you're gonna be deemed a danger to the kingdom. So beautiful. Look at that. Another one is, this is my favorite. I just think it's so cute. A Tea Dragon Society. This one you have all these different dragons that are based off of tea. They are so cute. Besties, thank you so much for supporting my channel by watching this video. Please let me know what books you recommend for fall in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. I will see you in the next video. Happy reading!